Hey everybody, happy Monday. Welcome back to the final hour. Let me just get one quick post going. 3 p.m. live session, final hour. Four p.m. live session. Okay, I do have some management that I wanted to run through while I'm in the live session. I still have 3 trades to close. It was part of my waterfall service this morning, which now brings our live trades up to 53 out of 57 for the winners. So we are sitting around 93% winners, 92.9%. Nice little chunk of profit. I've got to manage these out for a couple of my other accounts. Hit a fresh high on the year so far, up 143 grand out of the start. Pretty happy with that. Let's do that like 5 times more. Let's do that 10 times more. So anyway, I have one trade out for the SPY that I need to revisit. So let me find that here. Also, I'm looking to get back a bunch of buying power, which is nice. So let's go. This is a 555. Go to the SPY here. So 555 by 554 and a 540 by 510. Boom. Took this trade in for 94 cents. Looking to close it out for hopefully 47 cents or less. Make sure this is all the proper expiration. So March 21st, 555, 554, 540, 510, and closing. Beautiful. Grab another hopefully 6 or 7 cents profit out of this bad boy. Love it. 41 cents mid. 41 cents filled. Excellent. 555. Let me find it right here. And then the 540 by 510. There it is. And close for 41 cents. Perfect. And I just have to repeat that for a couple minutes. Hey, Donna, how are you? Good afternoon. 554 and 555 and the 540 and 510 right there. That one, the reason I took that trade, that was part of my waterfall income service. We had a really good IV rank and volatility. That was after like a weekend gap. I don't know if that was a deep seek gap or that was tariffs gap. It doesn't really matter. But I closed out the trade. One was being held for about 14 days, the other one 20 days. So one was pre-deep seek, one was pre-tariffs, but still result is a nice chunk of profit for 41 cents. I'm closing out now for the debit. Pulled in 94 cents, closing out for more than 50% gain. So I'm pretty happy with that overall. Filled at 42 cents. 555, 554, 540, 510. Closing for profit. All right. So the first few minutes of the session today, going to be kind of boring. I'm just running through some live trades, but important to get these closed up and managed and protected. So 41, let's see, I get it here for 41 cents. Nope. Oh, filled at 41. Perfect. Thanks. Here, 555, then 40 by 10. On March 21st, close for 42. Filled at 42. Okay. And the fun part is I get to do this 2 more times. Should be a little bit faster on the other counts. 5, 4, 4, and 1. Close. Filled for profit. 5, 4, 4, 1, all the 21st. Close. Beautiful. This one has it. Beautiful there. I like it. Very nice. Let's go for 41 cents. Okay. This cash account does not have it. Nope, just has shares. This account here does not have it. All right, so that trade is taken care of. Now I can reset the color. All right, I've got two more trades. I got QQQ SPY again. So this last one is a 580. 580 and a 579. I think I double dipped on the, where's my 579? So this one, that's a long put. Okay, 580, 579, and then a 560 and 51. 60 and 51. Make sure I did this right. So, there it is. There's my March 21st. Perfect. I found it. 580, 579, 560, 551. Pulled that for 51 cents. It should be closing for like 30 cents or less. 31 cents. I'll take it. Do debit there. Out for 32 cents. Okay, very good. Let's do that again. 580, 579, and 560, 551. Closing for 30, hopefully 1 cents. Filled at 31 cents. Yay. All right, so while I'm doing this, I know this isn't fun for you if you're just like, Chris, I'm just managing trades, man. Like, I'm using my day to be live, and this is part of my waterfall income service. I just got out of a webinar for my newsbreakers, which is a brand new service. I've got 2 trades running. We're gonna have like 10 trades we're gonna look at tomorrow with a masterclass. So when I fill my day up of live sessions and webinars, like it's just part of the deal. My final hour sometimes is live trading, sometimes it's combing through the entire portfolio. Like I said, just watching, fresh highs in the day and fresh highs in the year, which I'm happy with. Markets overall today, daily profit play was pretty straightforward. We had the market run from about 60.27 up to about 60.70 so far today. Still leaning up towards maybe the 6,100. We got a lot of news, though. We got to digest the Fed, or at least Jerome Powell speaking twice this week on Tuesday, Wednesday for a testimony, and then CPI, PPI to see if it's a good reaction, bad reaction by the market, whether inflation's getting higher or lower. So that's the uncertainty of the market this week is what's inflation going to look like. Let me find my 580, 579, and then 560, 551, close. Try to get out of here for 32, 31. Filled at 31. Perfect. Okay, a few more. 580 and 579. 560 and 51. Filled, no problem. This is all good getting filled. These are good chunks of profit here. 80 and 79, 80, 79, 60, 51. The nice thing is this is going to clean up a lot of the line items that I have in my platform, which I'll be kind of thrilled to see. All these will be zeros today, and then they'll be gone tomorrow. So I can just take a much quicker glance and see the trades that I have running. Come on, 32 cents. Let's go. Come on, man. Don't make me fill for worse than that. 33, really? Filled at 32 anyway. That's good. That's good. All right, 580, 79, 560, and 51. Okay, very nice. That one's closed out. 580, 79, 60, 51. Close for 31 cents, 32 cents. Okay. Just a couple more. 80, 79, 60, 51. Good. See here. 80, 79, 60, 51. All right. Should be wrapping up this trade, and I've got one more on the Qs, and I'm good. So the 5, March 31st, that's a different one. Still hang on to that one a little bit longer. This account does not have the trade. This account does not have the trade. Okay. That one is done. Last one, ladies and gentlemen. So this line, reset. Okay. Now we can go to my last trade, QQQ. Everybody. NASDAQ, QQQ. All right. SPY's all cleaned up. Qs. This was a 485, 484, 465, and 455 for 50 cents. Now trading for 30 cents. I'm taking the profit. Hopefully not too much worse than that. I closed out for 33 cents earlier. 31, 32 cents getting filled. That's fine. I'll take it. That's still like a 20-cent winner. 85, 84, and 65, 55 close. 32 cents filled. 85, 84, 65, 55. Eight five eight four 6555. Excellent. And the nice thing is I'm getting a lot of extra buying power back today by doing this. These trades aren't super expensive, but they usually tie up about $1,000 or so. So I want to get that back, especially taking about 40 to 50% profit. So 6555 close, 32 cents. Yeah, that trade alone got $1,700 of buying power back. So this is getting a nice little cash injection for all these accounts, which I love. And that's just more cash to get ready to deploy. As we're sitting here near these, all-time highs again, perhaps the market finds a way to break them this week, but I'm not holding my breath. I'm still trading with a wide margin for error. Nice, Pamela, killing it. Pamela, daily profit play 3 for 3. I love it. Pamela, hey, did you submit? Let's see here. Did you submit into customer service for the trade for shop? I didn't see. Trade number. Hang on, I'm just getting some customer service questions. Your client's asking for trade number. Give me 1 second here. Screenshot the trades. All right. This one just closed out. Okay. 585, 584. This one for 32 cents. So you want to get out for 31. Survey says no. 32 cents. Okay, fine. Taking the profit. 585 and 4. 65, 55. Close. Easy peasy. This one's looking good. This one's all cash. This one more short term. Okay. I think I'm officially good for today. All right. So I had somebody asking me if anybody's in my waterfall service. I had somebody asking me for trades today. So this was a new trade. This is a new trade. This trade is an exit. So I'm going to highlight this one for an exit. This one is an exit today for profit. This one's an exit today for profit. This one's an exit for profit. And this one's an exit for profit. And that should be it. All these other ones, I would have to look and see. This was fudge. I don't remember what that was. I think it was the same week we took the trade. 121. What was that date? 121, and we would have been out by the 24th. Oh, wait, never mind. Got it right here. Okay, 1227. Just getting that tracker updated. A lot of housekeeping today. So 30. There. All right. Trades are in. Average hold time still 12.22. Profits today. All right. Just answering back to customer service. All right. Pamela, let me get your tracker sheet is wrong. Alert is correct. I don't know how that's possible. So let me double check. So you're telling me that the tracker buy, sell. Oh, you are right. Oh my gosh, my bad. Yep, you're right. It's this. Thank you for pointing that out. So the alert was right. Now it's correct. Thank you. I think we're good, right? Okay, Ted killed it 6 for 6. Right? 6 for 6 on daily profit play today. Nice. Pamela, we good now? Sorry, I that was a mistype. That was a typo in the tracker for me, but I got it. I just had to switch calls and puts. Easy peasy. All right. Also, my custom indicator that I built for class, we have this in shop. I sent out a 6-minute video to my service for newsbreakers, and I'm looking to see if price is going to get either below this yellow box or above this yellow box. The earnings expectation is going to be around this green box. So the nice thing is I'm giving myself a chance for profit. Even if we don't get to the expected earnings move, we can still make money in this window and this window. If it goes, higher, lower, obviously that's winner chicken dinner. Very good. Okay. So yeah, there's just a lot of stuff. Like service-wise, it's been a crazy busy day. I think I've had pretty much every day or every hour filled except for like a 30-minute break. Daily profit play this morning, live on YouTube, waterfall income class, webinar, final hour, and then another webinar at 4. Services that were really active today. So daily profit play, we were 2 for 2 this morning. Ted, some of the more active traders. Pamela, what'd you do on daily profit play? 3 for 3. Yeah, that's. I mean, it was a really nice day for it. So 2 for 2 in the live session. So we got Pamela giving a shout out, 3 for 3. We got Ted shout out, 5 for 5 or 6 for 6. That's killing it. And then my waterfall income, I closed out 5 winners in 5 trades, which brings us to a nice total here on that live session or that live service, 53 out of 57 winners. Happy with how that continues to perform really well. Get this chunk here. So 53 out of 57. This is now like a nice little streak. We've got 89 out of 99 of the last trades have been winners. I mean, so we're getting up there where we're testing well in this 90% environment. So super happy with that. And then I'll be looking for some trades. Double ups, I'm still searching for trades this week. And news breakers is new. So I have 2 new trades. News alerts, I had 5 winners last week and 2 losers. 2 new trades this week. Double up should be good. Hopefully we can see a nice little institutional flow on SPY or Qs this week, depending on the CPI data. I'm curious how things are defended. We're seeing a lot of wiggle on the weekends from like Friday to Monday or Friday to Sunday when the futures market opens. So all very busy. Okay, very good. So yeah, that is it. If you have any questions on those type of services, they are all listed in my Discord channel. If you want to join my Telegram, same thing. We have lots of posts here every single day in my Telegram, and you're going to see it all over the place. So subscribers are growing. That's all well and good. Service is exciting, and ready to rock and roll with some trades this week. Okay, that being said, I'm probably going to wrap up the final hour today around 3:45. Give my voice at least 15 minutes to rest. I actually think I'm getting, like, it's weird. I'm either talking too much or I'm drinking freaking tea, man. It's gross. I don't know how everyone in the world loves tea so much when it's just tastes like dirty water to me. No offense to any tea drinkers out there, but I drink it when I'm like, oh, I think I'm getting sick. Think my throat's going to kill, and I drink some tea. Otherwise, it's not my favorite. Or most people like, oh, with cream and sugar. So it's like just like you would for coffee. It's like, but tea with cream and sugar, or milk and sugar, or whatever. All right. Anyway, moving on. Where are we at for the day? Market's up. Here is SPX in the day. Doesn't look like it's doing too much. Pretty calm day. Major news this week. We have, like I said, Powell testimony tomorrow at 10 a.m. as well as Wednesday. The big news as far as high impact goes, we do have a lot of earnings this week, and then we also have some U.S. inflation data. I wanted to take a quick peek at the core monthly and yearly. So let's block this in. This should be 2 days here. Yep, so the 12th and 13th should be Wednesday, Thursday. Let's look at this chunk of news in the morning here. So 8:30 here. Okay, before we get to the Fed or Powell on Tuesday at 10 o'clock. Cinnamon, I'm kind of staring off the cinnamon. Vinegar tastes like, witch's brew. I did the apple cider vinegar for a long time. Lemon juice, yes, I like lemon juice in the tea. Cinnamon, though, dehydrates your throat. I don't know. This is so non-topical, but I would make like a little like protein coffee in the morning where it'd be like coffee. There's like a whatever collagen protein, cinnamon, honey, and it was delicious. And I drank it like every day. But after like 3 or 4 weeks, I felt like my throat was always dry, and I was starting to get like a raspy voice. And cinnamon was like that. I put so much cinnamon in it sometimes that it just like dehydrated me. So I'm not really liking. I don't know. I don't do cinnamon anymore. Who cares? Core CPI. This is what I want to look at. How do we not have any forecasts for the core? This is what I want to see. This to me is really important. Okay, this is really important to see some type of forecast, and I'm not getting it right now, which is kind of annoying. So let's go back to the calendar for this week, Wednesday and Thursday. I mean, I feel like this is really lazy to have an economic calendar that doesn't show the data. So it doesn't really give me anything to go on outside of this. Okay. We have core CPI month over month, which previous print was 0.2, and the forecast for this week is 0.3. So that is expected to be higher print for inflation. Core is a big one. That's headline CPI and core CPI. That's a big one. The year over year previous print was 3.2. Now I don't know if this is going to be higher or lower. Okay. If we're going higher, we're continuing to trend in the wrong direction. So I don't know what the market's reaction to that is going to be. There's no forecast here, which something tells me. I mean, I can look at other calendars here. Let me see. I think I used, oh fudge, what was the other one? MyFX book, economic calendar, and see if I can find it for this week. Let's go this week. Let's look at the 12th and 13th. There we go. So the year-over-year core CPI doesn't have a forecast. The CPI index, 323.38, there's no forecast. Month over month, previous print was 0.4. This is looking to come in 0.3. So CPI month over month may be getting a little bit better. CPI year over year, expecting to stay the same as previous. Previous was 2.9, looking to forecast 2.9. I want to see if I can find this. I want to try to find if there is a core CPI year over year. So this is my question mark on the forecast, and also my, I guess it's that one. I guess it's the year over year CPI that I'm looking at. The previous print was 3.2. All right, let's take a look at this calendar for a moment. Let's go high impact for the 12th, which should be Wednesday, and see if we have a consensus. So month over month, 0.3 is the consensus. Previous was 0.4. So we'll see what these line up to be on Wednesday morning. This is all going to be pre-market, by the way. So when it comes to opening bell, we should have some of these numbers getting filled in. All right. So inflation rate previous at 0.4, forecasted at 0.3. So this would be potentially forecasted for less than, right? Core inflation rate month over month, previous was 0.2, consensus 0.3. That would be slightly greater than. We have the inflation rate year over year, 2.9 projected to be equal. And then we have the core inflation rate, previous 3.2, forecasted 3.1. So this is forecast to be less than. And then CPI Jan, CPI, yep. Okay, so at least I have a consensus here. CPI anticipated to go lower. So the core inflation year over year expected to go lower by 0.1 of 1%. So I would imagine that if the market prints as expected, the market might be somewhat happy with that. If it somehow prints the same or higher, market might not love that. I mean, the last time we had a big reaction on inflation was, let me go down to this chart here. This was our last big reaction to inflation. And it wasn't even that good. Like, it was still a higher print, but that was the CPI print we had last month. Okay. So you can see that the market got excited. That momentum pushed us right back to all-time highs again, but we have since failed at those all-time highs. So I'm just prepared for like a rocky road in case. I mean, again, this market could still have a push to the upside. I mean, it'd probably be pretty clear if we did in fact break these highs. If we break these highs and the market breaks with like a convincing gap, here's what I don't want to see. Okay. Let's say we see a price gap up here. Well, we better hold that freaking close. If we gap up and fade, that's not a good sign. Okay. If we gap up and push up, that tells me that we're going to new highs with some vigor and with some momentum and with some enthusiasm. And all of a sudden, this market might start marching a little bit higher. All right. So I don't know what we're going to get. Okay. I don't know what the print's going to be. But I can't imagine that it's going to be super awesome. Meaning, like, how much of improvement are we going to see? I mean, we could have an okay reading, but we have been trending in the wrong direction. So our inflation readings have been going higher. We are basically no better off than where we were in summer of 2023. That's really disappointing. Okay, and the Fed keeps mentioning, and they might really believe that it's not a number we're going to get to, but they'll keep saying it. 2%. They keep saying 2%, but we're a long ways from it. Okay, so we need to, I don't know, we need to have some serious deflationary pressures in order for us to push down. But with the PMI numbers coming in higher, not CPI, not PPI, but the PMI numbers coming in higher, services PMI, manufacturing PMI, that is probably also inflationary. China's getting some positive flows. That's also inflationary. Tariffs, that's also inflationary. So I don't know how this makes like dramatic improvements to the downside. You go to PPI year over year, same thing. Oops. Fudge. Go back here. There. Let's go. There. Okay. So we are trending again since our low in September. We are trending higher on producer price index. The big tell is core PCE, which is going to be end of the month, even though the market doesn't really react as much to core PCE because it's always end of the month. It's always kind of post Fed. It's like the lagging, sliding in at the last minute type newsprint to like squeeze it in by the end of the month. A lot of times the market reaction in CPI is a bigger mover, and those tend to come out at the same time. So this is Wednesday. This is Thursday. I think it's this week, right? Wednesday is CPI, and then Thursday is PPI. Yep. Okay. What is this one for consensus on Thursday? Thursday news out of the US. Here we go. So core PPI, month over month expected to be higher. So we got a 0 previous forecast consensus at 0.3. Year over year, core PPI, 3.5 forecast at 3.3. Year over year, 3.3 forecast at 3.4. I mean, it's again like not an awesome improvement. And then core PCE. What service, Ed? What tracker? I mean, I've got them all updated. Waterfall's updated. Tell me what service you're looking for, and I'll go in. And are you looking at it on one-click trading? I can have a look. Right, and then this is our core PCE. Again, no better off than where we were February 2024. So literally a year ago, yes, we had some improvement, okay, but the last year it has been not improving at all. Now the Fed is holding, and this is part of the reason they're holding. 4.25 to 5%. Right? This is now the Fed's official window. So we've got the 4.25 to 4.5. So this window is our Fed official cash rate. And right now they're saying that this is considered restrictive. As long as core PCE doesn't go up too much, or as long as they don't cut too aggressively, then they're still maintaining policy as is. All right. But this is where the question comes in. If inflation gets higher, will the Fed have to consider a rate hike this year? And that would likely be not great for the market. That would mean that a lot of this good stuff that's been priced in would quickly be priced in again. So if we had a Fed hike, that getting priced in would be probably pretty violent to the downside. So just one of the many things that everyone's asking about, like, what's the market going to do this year? Well, I think we have room for a 10 to 15% correction. A lot of that is the buffer based on this. That's the buffer. So every trade that I'm taking right now, even at these all-time highs, I mean, look, my portfolio does fine if it's going higher. That's easy. Okay. What I'm worried about is that we have hit such high highs, and we've had a 2.5-year bull market that's been ripping since that 2022 bottom in October. And we have now the market is kind of perfectly priced out for all the growth and the valuations we're currently sitting at. We need to have some type of correction. Like we can't operate at like 24 times multiples on an index. Historically speaking, we have an average of around 17. So anytime it gets overstretched, it tends to revert, right? There's always like a reversion to the mean, and it's never fun. But when we're overstretching these levels, I think we just have to have a correction. There's a lot of uncertainties on how it corrects and when it corrects, and nobody really knows. But I said this last week. I think this is a really interesting point to think about for the year. If the market doesn't break one way or the other, like it doesn't break aggressively up or doesn't break aggressively down. I mean, look, if it breaks aggressively up, then we're going to form a bubble and we're going to have a crash probably in 2026. Or we have a bubble into the first half of 2025 and then the second half it's terrible. I don't know. But if the market just does a bunch of nothing, every trader that's wondering like, how do I get gains here? You got to trade it in 2025. If you can't trade it, you're not going to make any money. All right, Ed and Waterfall. So what's the issue, dude? If I go into one-click trading, you go into the app. Hopefully it'll let me log in. Give me a second. So I'm going to look at the tracker in one click. Is that where you are, Ed? Waterfall income. Okay. Alerts have been updated. And I'm going to go into the trade tracker here. What can't you see? This is a new trade. So I'm in the tracker. This is a new trade for today. New trade for today. New trade for today. This trade closed for profit. So I filled it in over here. You can still drag this over. You can see all the numbers, right? Anything in yellow I have updated for today. This is a new trade that I closed out for profit right here. So that's for profit. That's for profit today. That's for profit today. That's for profit today. This is the original trade. That was the credit. That's what I closed it. That was the credit. That's where I closed it. That was the trade. So everything in this course you have, man. So that was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 trades that I closed for profit today, and 2 new ones that we posted in class. So is this okay? Do you have what you need? Let me know. All right, Ed, I'm looking for your comment. Let me know. All right. Anyway, so markets, a lot of room for error, a lot of room for a surprise. I think the scary part is if we head lower, it's going to be nasty. It's going to feel terrible. I mean, look at my lines like connecting this high or this low and high, and then this higher low to higher high. I mean, we could do something like this for a while. The market can still kind of grind out there. Yeah, I get it. I understand what you're saying, Ed. So yeah, line numbers. Yes, I don't have line numbers. All right, let me do this. In the updated alert, I'll just do this for you. Let me post this alert. Give me a second here. I'm just going to have the team post a new alert. Waterfall income trade management. Closing for profit. In the waterfall tracker, I got you, Ed. All yellow lines are the trades I closed for profit. Look for the exit date column to read 210 to also confirm. So yellow and 210 exit date equals trades we closed for profit today. Got it. So I'll have that get reposted as a new alert. Okay, but hopefully the big yellow lines will help. And then exit date, when it's exiting today on the 10th, that should help. Okay, back to the charts here for just a couple of minutes, and I'm gonna go and just catch a breath for 5-10 minutes for my next webinar. Can everybody just track and follow along with this for a second? Right? I mean, let's say that we have CPI this weekend, Wednesday, Thursday. If the market gets all excited about something, here's the deal: we go higher, then sure, this market might be able to break a little bit higher. My concern is similar to what we had here. We get stretched enough away from the 200 moving average that we have a correction near after, right? And then same thing here. We get stretched enough where we have a correction shortly after. We get stretched enough. We have the market with a correction shortly after. So these areas, when we've had some highs, my concern is that we are going to have a correction shortly after, a correction shortly after, a correction shortly after. And if we go higher here and stretch further away, I think a correction is likely following. So I'm cautiously optimistic. I don't know if the market's going to have a big bullish reaction this week on news or not. If it does, okay, cool. I'm still going to be enjoying the benefits of the upside, but also positioning for a potential hedge. So that is one thing I will promise you if you're in my services, that I will be looking at, basically hedging from an all-time high or close to it. I mean, if we get up to, 62 or 6,300, I'm probably hedging from all-time highs. Let me take a look at a stock here. Netflix. All right, I got time in the trade, but Netflix is going to be something I want to keep a close eye on. 1040 is my February 28th. This is out, what, 2 more weeks, 3 more weeks? 14th, I mean, up to the end of the month. Come on, man. Hopefully Netflix isn't a turd. I mean, I've got risk on it. It's fine, but I want to see price cooperate a little bit more. I was just looking at the spot check. All right. So depending on what the market gives us this week, just think about this when it comes to the technicals. If we gap higher, okay, let's say we gap higher into like open space. The one tell with a gap higher into open space is if we can close there and still push afterwards. My concern is that we would gap higher and then leave a big, nasty red candle. That'd be my concern. So if we gap higher and then we flush lower, right? If that's a down candle, then I think this is just a bull trap, and this market's probably coming back into lows or ranging a little bit more, and it's just more of this crap. Okay, so at least for the first month, I mean, it's been a trading market. The fact that I'm at fresh highs in the year, coming out swinging with 140K without ever really doing anything other than income trading, like I'm pretty happy with that. Now, yes, China's had a nice little boost and gold's doing well and silver's doing well. So there's a part of this profit is based on that. But those are positions I had established from last year that I'm looking to take some profit. I mean, gold, for example, if gold is running into 3,000 or so, gold right now is at 2904. 3,000 could be hit. I might as well move this alarm. We're a lot further away from that. So let me go alert 3,000. I mean, I just think this is a spot where if we hit 3,000, I'm trying to think how many shares I have in total of gold. GLD right now, total shares. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So 32 times 6. So I've got just under 200 shares of GLD right now, and we're trading at 268. Let me see what a percentage move would be. So percentage wise, if we go up another 3.2%. Okay, 3.2%. What does 3.2% give me as a price target? So from here, another 3.2% puts around 276. So this would be XAU at 3,000. That's roughly the equivalent for that correlation of XAU versus GLD. So if we go up a little bit higher, 268 to 276, that's another $8 a share. So 8 times make another 1592. Now I'm not saying I'm going to close it there, but I'm looking to take some profit. I mean, if we get to this level, probably looking at taking some profit at some capacity, or at least moving some stop losses in and see if it wants to keep going and trailing. Then I'll try not to get bumped out of it too badly. The only issue is like, look at how much lag we have now between our moving averages. This is the 21, the 50, the 100, the 144, the 200. There's just a lot of lag. Like, I don't want to just put a stop loss at like, oh, the 21 moving average. It's like, well, that's freaking $8 lower. I'm just probably going to take profit tighter and then wait for a reentry. It's pretty simple. It's really simple, but I've got to have the patience to, one, just hang on to it and see if it's going to keep drifting. Two, be willing and disciplined to take profit at what I think is a valid level. Maybe moving the stop loss just candle by candle. So if we gap higher and go higher, I just keep moving stop losses. But if we don't, then I at least have most of this profit locked in and protected. Okay. Okay. Good there. Okay. Let's do this. I am going, yeah. Um, I'm seeing that, look, I've got a 4 o'clock webinar. If you'd like to jump into the 4 o'clock webinar with me, let's do that. So you can click on this link here. I'll post this in the chat, prosperitybub.com/premier. Jump into another session with me at 4 p.m. You are all welcome to do that. Carla, thoughts on Palantir? My thoughts on Palantir is this thing is a bit of an anomaly right now. I can't justify buying more. I can justify moving stop losses. So if anybody has shares of Palantir, we had this big move plus momentum. I would say moving stop losses, and starting to trap this profit would make a lot of sense, in my opinion. We are likely going to have some type of top and then some type of pullback. Now, that pullback could be here. That pullback could be here to the gap. I'm not calling the top, but I don't know how a stock can make a move like this, technically have all this potential dynamic support and basically be, a 200 times multiple and still be going higher. So I'm not there yet. A lot of the trades I took last year were just credit spreads and debit spreads that paid a ton in income, but I never had shares for more than like this ride from 20 to 40 bucks. I thought that was a great trade on Palantir, and this thing obviously surprised me like, probably everybody else got surprised too. But it's been a good runner, and I think if you're in it, it's worth protecting some profit. If it goes higher, enjoy it. If it pulls back, I don't think you'd be surprised by gap fill, would you? So I think protecting some profit is probably the smarter play, in my opinion. All right. So do this. I'm going to take a little break here. So we've got 7 minutes. You want to jump into the webinar with me? It's prosperitypub.com/premier. You can go ahead and click on the link that's in the chat right now. If you're in my Telegram, you can follow the link right here. Okay. If you're not in Telegram and you'd like to join, I'll give you the free link to my Telegram channel. So here is my Chris Pulver free Telegram. There you go. So you can jump in the link. Okay. And that'll do it. All right. I'll see you in a few minutes. Jump in the webinar. I'll see you at 4 p.m. And let's rock and roll through some news breakers. Busy class for that tomorrow as well. So webinar today, live session tomorrow at 11:30 a.m. Trades are already posted from a 1 o'clock webinar that I had 2 of them. So we'll talk more about those, but I've got more trades coming tomorrow. So nice way to get involved and trade some action in the market. All right. Thanks. I'll see you in a few minutes. Bye.